A former advisor to the Kremlin chief calls for a nuclear strike. Vladimir Putin should order a nuclear strike against NATO countries. Ex-Putin advisor Sergei Laraganov wants to use nuclear weapons as a deterrent. Demand for a nuclear strike in response to a Ukraine attack on Russia. Since the beginning of the Ukraine war in February 2022, Vladimir Putin and his Kremlin agitators have repeatedly spoken of nuclear escalation. They never tire of emphasizing Russia's nuclear strength and threatening the West with a nuclear strike. Currently, a former advisor to the Kremlin chief has once again demanded that Vladimir Putin attack NATO countries with nuclear weapons. Putin agitator demands Putin should order nuclear strike against NATO states. Sergei Karaganov, who headed the Council on Foreign and Defense Policy, put forward the worrying thesis in an interview with the Russian daily Kommersant that Vladimir Putin could get away with a limited use of nuclear weapons. With his statements, the former Putin advisor reacts to the increasing demands that the United States and Great Britain should allow Ukraine to use long-range missiles of the Storm Shadow type against targets inside Russia. Putin agitator shocks with bizarre thesis on nuclear war. The former advisor to the Kremlin chief does not believe that Vladimir Putin would trigger a global nuclear war. Karaganov takes the bizarre view that any limited use of nuclear weapons will not necessarily lead to a general nuclear Armageddon. He is convinced that NATO would not retaliate if Putin used only a small number of nuclear weapons.